I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history This note was a promise that all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is obvious today that America has defaulted on this promissory note. Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley of segregation to the sunlit path of racial justice. Now is the time when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every city and every hamlet, from every state and every city. We will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Hands up!
Skinhead, deadhead, everybody gone bad. Situation, aggravation, everybody allegation in the suit. Everybody dog, bang, bang, shot dead, everybody gone bad. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Beat me, hate me, you can never break me. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Chew me, sue me, everybody do me. Kick me, kite me, don't you black or white me. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us.
In some way. What is problematic is that some people have more privilege than others. Privilege is going to the store for hair products without worrying if they have an ethnic hair care section or not. Privilege is going to an audition or casting call without worrying if they are casting people of color. Privilege is getting dressed in the morning. Do I look hood? Do I look street? Will I get shot? Privilege. We are separated and divided by race, by color, by religion, by identity. Things that make us individual. Things that make us who we are. Things that we are hated for being ourselves. Until we decide to change, things will remain constant. Things won't change. I'm not angry. But I am tired. And I am frustrated. Because we are all people, but we are not equal. We are all people, but we are not equal. We are all people, but will we ever be equal? They say ignorance is bliss. When is my ignorance bliss? Should I turn a blind eye to all of the social injustice to find my bliss? Let my ignorance wrap the sheer cloth over the eyes of Lady Justice as she weighs her own inequalities on the rise of her bosom and the fall of her valleys, frantically searching to find her bliss. Are her valleys not low enough? Do her mountains not peak enough? Are her sweeping plains not gold enough? America, the beautiful, fighting for the same promise she gives every man who takes it from another. Fighting for bliss. We've climbed over the same Rockies. We seek change. We seek bliss. The thin veil falls away and things become clear. Our sky is blue, our love is true, and I'm still trying to find my bliss. My ignorance is devastatingly ripping through our peaceful lives like Katrina winds. My ignorance is not my bliss. Find my bliss. Find my bliss. Find my bliss. Find my bliss.
Listen, 2 black for the Mexicans and 2 Mexican for the blacks. We shouldn't be judged by color or religion. My God created us all equal. He said, love thy neighbor. So why aren't we? Why does color matter? Why do I have to be considered ghetto because I'm black?
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué tengo que saber hablar español?
Why do I need to know how to speak Spanish? Because I'm Mexican.
Am I different? Yes.
Am I human? Yes. And I love me.
Nobody cares!
The fight is for freedom, but we shouldn't have to fight. The fight is for freedom, but we shouldn't have to fight. The fight is for freedom, but we shouldn't have to fight. The fight is for freedom, but we shouldn't have to fight. The fight is for freedom, but we shouldn't have to fight. Boom, cat! Boom, 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 cat! You want to take partial part of my family away? The people that know the real struggle, not the pathetic $1 million loan struggle. What do you have to offer? We have enough to teach you that we have to work for our food. It's not given on a silver platter. What we have built here, our family tree, are traditions that you would never know of. What we have accomplished in this country, knowing we are free and knowing we can stand up for our own. And you want to take that away? This is my family. My life consists of fighting every day to avoid becoming someone like you. I am a proud Latina, and no one will ever downgrade me from my family for what we are. And you want to take that away? I want to see you try.
You might be wondering why black people have so many problems. Well, possibly, if we're ever to evolve. Probably because we spend our money on dumb things like a $200 pair of shoes or sag our pants to our knees. Nowadays, too many. And you hear most black rappers talk about money, dope cars, drugs, sex, and jewelry. They say all black women are loud, rude, and bitter. But they're not. They're just tired of people dictating how they're supposed to act. But as much as we are offended, we become conditioned to believe in our own stigma. Black people are constantly competing with our own race, which is allowing us not to grow. You don't have to wear J's to be fly. You don't have to put your own race down to be confident in yourself. They don't care. But they do care about the color of our skin, the thickness of our accents, and the different gods we worship. Gold and honey, our skin is bold. Blue, red, green, purple, my fire, and my desire. Underneath there is more untold. I am not defined by the color of my skin, but it's my melanin, my nappy, and this chocolate skin. Deep, deep, deep within, this is all you ever see. From nooses to chokeholds, with our hands up like it's a stick up, being robbed of life, we raise our voices saying, I can't breathe. This is not the kind of change Martin Luther King seen in his dreams. Another black man shot dead in the streets by the police, and to think that could have been me by our so-called protectors of the peace. Please, we just want to be free.
This is no Black History Month. No pride for our 40 acres and a mule. This is bullets fired at a nation that was never attached to its backbone. This is retribution written in Negro spirituals. Listen to the beat of the drum, America. We march from Selma to Montgomery still. Look, I'm no supremacist, but we are unsung heroes in the street. We fought our way from the bottom of slave ships to the White House's presidential seat. So let these stanzas tell the story of all ancestors' struggling history. See, these are the mumblings of a madman, proof that we can do the same things they can. We won't be bound by this box that society tries to put us in. No, burn chains, mind change, so we celebrate change, but admitting we still have a problem. It's part of our cure for correction. We have to let go of this want to be victims, to be victorious, using our past to fuel our voices, freedom of speech. So let's speak as though Emmett Till's comment never caused a concussion, or his death. Unafraid, untainted hymns still sung, provoking parts of us that we still have bandages on from scars that we inherited from our ancestors that haven't quite healed yet. So let's reset Civil War's conclusion. See, there's been some confusion. Slavery's abolishment is intangible. We can't quite feel it yet, or see it for that matter. So let's change our focus to what matters, like God, love, and human rights. Prepare